Monday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, it was a gorgeous weekend. Not a whole lot to write home about, but as we head on into this week, I couldn't help but notice that some temperatures are going to look great.
Well, yes, we are going to see some very pleasant temperatures for this week. Now, this weekend, there were those periods of gusty winds as were advertised. And yesterday, specifically, there was a pretty vigorous thunderstorm that formed right on the periphery of the Tri-Cities, just to the north of Pasco, that did create some problems. Now, this morning, there still are some lingering showers in our area, namely in Adams County and out to Walla Walla County. But these showers will go by the wayside pretty quickly in the next couple of hours, and all of us will be getting to some sunshine this afternoon, with more sunshine to come through a majority of this week. In the Tri-Cities, it's right now 43 degrees. Again, there are some clouds overhead, but we will see those clouds lessen through the morning, and in fact, by the afternoon, we will see sunshine. And as we look at our weather headlines today, sunny skies are going to be in store for a majority of this week. Temperatures will reach their crescendo on Thursday, with many of us seeing highs in the mid, even upper 70s, and then we are going to see additional potential for showers as we get into Friday and maybe into Saturday as well. We'll talk more about all three of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Yakima. Authorities are on the search for a suspect accused of shooting and killing a teen yesterday morning. Deputies with the Yakima County Sheriff's Office tell us they were called out to reports of gunfire at a party near the 1500 block of South Keys Road at around 2 a.m. When they arrived, they found an 18-year-old man with a gunshot wound and who later died at the hospital. The suspect has been identified as a 21-year-old. He is considered armed and dangerous and was last seen fleeing the scene in a 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer with a Washington license plate number of CRH 8859. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Sheriff's Office or submit a tip to Crime Stoppers. And the search continues for an armed robber in Pasco who threatened to kill a convenience store employee at gunpoint. And now there are new pictures police want you to take a look at. Police say Tuesday night at around 10:30, a man walked into the Sky Market at Sylvester and 20th Avenue and pointed a gun at the clerk and demanded all the cash in the register. The robber then fled on foot, but investigators believe a white pickup truck with a black stripe on the tailgate was also involved. If you have any information about this crime or the truck, contact Pasco Police. An Ellensburg woman who threatened to kill a stranger at a massage business last month has pled guilty to felony harassment in Kittitas County Superior Court. Vanessa Holt was arrested March 2nd after making death threats to a customer inside the downtown Ellensburg shop. An employee called 911 and the customer told police she had seen the woman on the bus earlier that week, and Holt had started getting hostile with her then. In her plea agreement, prosecutors recommended 1 month in jail, with Holt getting credit for the 32 days she has already spent in Kittitas County Jail. 2 people are in the hospital following a hit and run near Othello. Troopers with the Washington State Patrol tell us the incident happened Saturday night on State Route 17. They say that's when a vehicle driven by a 19-year-old crossed the center line while heading northbound and struck another vehicle head-on before both cars landed in an embankment. The passenger and driver in the second car were transported to Cadillac Regional Medical Center with injuries, the extent of which are unknown. The 19-year-old fled the scene on foot before being found by authorities a short time later. He's charged with felony hit and run, driving with a suspended license, and violating an ignition interlock order. A wild scene in Kennewick Friday night as 2 people were arrested after a fight turned into a hit and run crash. According to officers, it started at the pub on Clearwater when they received calls about a fight involving staff. 2 of those people sped off when police arrived, but they didn't get far, crashing into a roundabout. They both fled the scene and began jumping fences into nearby yards. Police then used a drone to help them find those 2 and bring them into custody. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office arrested a man Friday night after he tried to drive away from them on an illegal mini bike. According to deputies, they received several calls about mini bikes riding around the Findlay area. One of the riders was found near the cable bridge, but when deputies tried to stop him, he took off, eventually crashing. He was taken into custody shortly after. And switching gears this morning, the Yakima Valley School is still at risk of being forced to close after a vote by the Senate Ways and Means Committee on Friday. The bill calls for the school and another facility to be closed, despite comments by 15th District Senator Nikki Torres from Pasco, who wants it to stay open.
I did have an opportunity to tour Yakima Valley School, and I see how important it is for the families that can't take care of the residents in their own home. And it is very much more cost effective to have them there in a cottage setting. They're not in an institution setting. They are in a cottage setting. So it's much, much different. And it is hard to find solas and much more expensive to find solas at this time. So when you keep in mind putting the families first because of the care that is needed, especially as mentioned by Senator Conway, the level of care that they need is very hard for families.
The Senate Ways and Means Committee voted Friday to move the bill forward to the Rules Committee with a do-pass recommendation. And finally, a lifelong Tri-City resident will be taking on the ultimate challenge as he prepares for a 363-mile-long endurance bike race. Sponsored by Garrett Electric and Olson Industrial Electric, Jeff Shaw has been training nonstop since December to take on the 24-hour bike ride from Richland to Springfield, Oregon, without getting any sleep. Shaw is also raising funds for Clean Sweep Tri-Cities, an organization that helps people battling addiction. But he says to him, it's more than just a fundraiser.
It's a story that can be shared with my grandchildren. It's just kind of, kind of a midlife crisis, if you will. Some guys buy a Porsche or do this or that. I decided to buy a bike and ride all over the Pacific Northwest.
Shaw is scheduled to start the trip on May 1st, depending on weather conditions. To follow his live location once he leaves or to make a donation to Clean Sweep Tri-Cities, you can visit our website, KEPRTV.com. Now, Jefferson, let's jump right over to weather here because it seems like a great day today. Hopefully, the weather kind of stays this kind of pattern, especially going through the next few days or even during that men's bike ride.
Well, I will say that through this week, we are going to see pretty nice weather conditions, but we might see a pattern change by the time we get to Friday and the weekend. Now, of course, we'll talk about that as we go later into the newscast. Today is going to be pretty nice. I understand that there are some clouds and even some showers in the area this morning, but by this afternoon, we will all break out to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures today are going to range anywhere from the upper 50s to the mid 60s. By the middle to end of this week, so I would say really by Thursday, temperatures are going to be reaching their peak. I will tell you who all could see highs nearing 80 degrees. That's coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now.